What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here with the duel between Jun Choi 15 and Vincent 77. Jun Choi opened up with T-King 2 back row, and Vincent has just Night Beamed his Imperial Iron Wall. So, this is interesting. Vincent's going to emergency call with Thunder King up on the board, because he's just that good at Yugioh. And, Jun Choi is going to be like, oh, I think it's a complete noob. But of course, it's a mistake that everyone can make, you know. It just, people do it sometimes. I've done it with my own Thunder King on the board once or twice. I don't know. Now, it might be a hero mirror. I mean, well, of course you know Vincent is running heroes, and heroes are known to run Thunder King. Of course, this could be something else that runs Thunder King, of course, and Imperial Iron Wall. Now, Vincent is going to special summon the Shining. Why did he... Oh, he discarded the Gawain for Super Poly, yeah. With Super Poly, so that's very fun. And he might just get a free hit in for 2,600, which looks like that's what can happen. Yep, Jun Choi's gonna eat that 2,600, and Vincent will set 1 and pass over. That's just my guess, because... Oh, set none and pass over, that's safe. You must have a really good hand. Okay, so we figure out that Jun Choi is running those Fire Fists. So this is going to be like a tier 2 game. He's going to activate the Tensu, I think it is, summon Bear, and lose it to destroy that. Shining, yep, and then attack directly with the Bear. He's going to use Bear's effect, of course, to grab probably a Tenki. Yep, going to grab that Tenki. Of course, the T-King is no longer on the field. He's going to use Tenki's effect to add another Bear to his hand, and then set 1 and pass over to Vincent. So Vincent's now looking great right now. His opponent's got a lot of board presence with that 1,700 Bear, and he's got another Bear in hand, which is kind of the scary thing about Fire Fist, is they just keep creating advantage and plussing and plussing and plussing. Vincent is going to emergency call and grab probably Stratos. Yep, grabs the Stratos. And if those 2 cards that he has in hand are back row, you know, spell cards, because they're back row, he probably would have set them. But yeah, he's going to set 1, set another. So he's going to summon the Stratos, probably set your Bubble Man, make that rank 4 Xyz, because, well, why else would you set the 2 cards in your hand that are clearly not traps? So he's going to grab that Bubble Man, special summon it from hand, and he's got quite a variety of things he can overlay into here, so it'll be interesting to see what he goes for. Maybe a Blade Armor Ninja, maybe an Excalibur, but there's a lot of safer options like, I don't know, Maestroke? Yeah? But that's kind of safe, I don't really know. You can flip it down and then attack over it, but then he'll summon Bear next turn. Oh, he does go into Maestroke, and Maestroke has 18 like I thought. For some reason I was thinking it was 16, I just haven't seen it in so long, so I didn't know. So he's going to summon the Maestroke and attack over the Bear. So I think I'm pretty much the best Yu-Gi-Oh player in the world right now, because I predict every single move. But sadly my computer thinks otherwise. Okay, so Jun Choi is going to activate the Prideful Roar. If you guys don't know what this does, so you play life points equal to the difference in your monster's attack. That monster gains equal to the difference plus 300. So, Bear pretty much becomes 300 higher than Maestroke is, which is pretty interesting. It's a cool card. I've seen people side it. I think MClo40 sided it, or sides it in his gadget build. So, I don't know. Maybe it's something good. It's an interesting card, nevertheless. And it can, of course, be good in Fire Fist because, you know, if people try to attack over them, you just get more advantage, and paying life points doesn't lose you any advantage, where you can take away their advantage 1-for-1 trading. In this situation, it was 0. It was 1 for 0 because Vincent just attached the material. But next turn, Jun Choi is gonna have a play. Probably gonna get that Maestroke off of the board with some other card. You know, he can use Bear's effect to get it down to no materials, but I'm guessing he has something else, or he'll summon the other Bear and overlay for something. So, yeah, he's probably got an answer to this Maestroke, because there's one thing Fire Fists have, it's answers. He's going to summon the Gorilla, actually, which is interesting. Didn't know he had that in hand, but okay. He's going to use his effect, launch the Tenki to hit a back row, just a blind back row, so that's pretty cool. That's going to be a Miracle Fusion, I'm going to say. Damn it. Oh, That would have been so amazing if I had just called that randomly. He's going to overlay them into the Tiger King, which is going to get compulsed, and Jinchoi's like, God damn it. Why, oh why didn't I hit the compulse? He's going to add a Tanky to hand with Tiger King's effect, of course, before it gets compulsed. But he's already used normal summon this turn, so he will be able to use Tanky, right? Yeah. But he's just not going to be able to do much. You know, he's not going to be able to summon a monster from it unless his other background is something else. And, of course, Camtasia is terrible. So, if I had to show a picture of a penguin or, I don't know, something random on the screen for a second, it's because Camtasia is the worst recording program known to man. Please, someone create something better. I think it's the recent version. I feel like I should just downgrade because I never had problems with the version before this. So he added the bear, I think, but now he's going back. He's adding a gorilla. Now this is interesting. I like this. He's running 2 gorillas. People don't like gorilla. I like gorilla. I think it's a good card, and I think you should run more than 4 monsters as an archetype. You know, even if you have to run the whatever that thing is called, dragon. Yeah, I don't know. Find a way to make it work, guys. I just really don't like the idea of, let's run, like, less than 10 cards of an archetype and call it that. Okay. So Jinchoi is going to Pot of Duality, a Tenki, a Bottomless, and a Reborn Tengu. If I were him, I'd probably take the Tengu. That's just me. He might grab the Tenki and grab the Tengu, which would make more sense. So, yeah, that makes infinitely more sense, but he might not want to waste that Tenki. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And he's going to send the Duality to the grave, shuffle his deck without adding the cards back, and say, I don't need those cards back in my deck. I didn't want them anyway. Which is pretty funny. Seriously, no one's going to call him out. Well, I'll realize in a minute what just happened. That's really funny. I gotta say. These people, I don't know, it's pretty late right now. It's around the time when there are very few people on Dueling Network. Look, I'll show you guys. There are only 3,400 people on right now, so not a lot of people on. It's 3:20 a.m. here at Central American time, which is -6. Pretty sure. Yeah, Vincent's all like, hey bro, you didn't have the cards back. Oh my god, it's like watching 2 people who are high play Yu-Gi-Oh, I gotta say. It's like, Eco. Oh no, I can't. Oh, I want to edit back, it's fine, it's fine. He's going to get compulsed, the gorilla is, which is kind of disappointing when he tries to get rid of it with Tanky. Vincent's gonna rip that MS2 right off the top, and MST a Torrential Tribute, and then poke for 18 with Maestro. Thing is, he doesn't have any back row left, so this is where things are gonna get interesting. This is how a slow game can be interesting, guys. You don't have to make explosive plays every turn. I like it because neither of these decks can make huge, giant plays. They can make small plays, which gives each person time to come back in the duel. That's something I find huge that I don't like about this format, is that you can't come back 90% of the time, because you're going to get OTK'd or you can lose all of your resources and you're not going to be able to come back. He's going to suicide the bear? Oh, for in Lance, that makes sense. Yeah, I was just like, suicide bear, why? And then he lances during damage step. So now, despite the fact that Junshu is up 4 cards, which he's done through conservative play, Vincent has a chance to come back. You know, Miracle Fusion, that sort of stuff. Having a card or two, you know, that is explosive in your deck really balances things out, makes you able to make plays when you're behind like this. But at the same time, having a lot of cards that are just about advantage and not, you know, that are just conservative cards are really cool. So I love this matchup right here because it's one of the things I like about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just the trading off and all this stuff. He did rip the Miracle Fusion, which is pretty hilarious. It's just sort of a fun thing. And he goes for the Ab-Zero, just in case his opponent has something to get rid of it. And he's going to get Bottomless and remove that bear. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. So now Vincent is 2 cards down, you know, deservingly. Junshui is played very, hasn't played very aggressively. He's saved all of his cards. So Vincent is down. He made the big plays. You know, he's played conservatively as well, just not as conservative. And it might just be that Fire Fists are a more conservative deck than E-Heroes. E-Heroes is really about explosive plays, but not as explosive as the stuff in this meta. So if I'd like a deck, I'd like most decks, like E-Heroes would be as explosive as it gets. Now, he's actually in a solemn warning that bear, which pretty much says, yeah, it's a good move because it would have dealt, you know, 1600, and so he loses 400 doing that. So he has 300 left. Jinshu has 1600. All depends on what he top decks. He sets the 1 card, and Gorilla's just gonna poke. Let's see what happens. It was a solemn judgment. That was a pretty fun game, though. It sort of exemplifies what I like about the game. The slow factor. I really like slow decks, and, you know, just trading advantage for advantage, which is, I don't know. I think that's what Yu-Gi-Oh should be more about, instead of I play this and this and this and this and this and this, and I take your card and then I use it, and then I may play a card, but you can't dark hole it because, you know, it's a Drago sack, and then I'm gonna blow up your card, and then I'm gonna, you know, drop everything in 1 turn, completely destroy you, and there's no way you can come back because you've already lost, or there's no way you can come back because I've taken your boss monster. I don't know. I just find that kind of annoying. I'd much rather have games like this in the format. So hopefully that's what next format's like. I don't really know. The way Yu-Gi-Oh is moving, it's more towards explosive stuff, but maybe not? I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Good game. Thanks for watching. Bye.